Hey ladies, what's up? So I have a quick question for you ladies. So we know March is here and March is Women's History Month and I'm all about women empowerment. You guys know my platforms that I have. And I was doing some research on International Women's Day and just seeing what we could do because it's next week, March 8th. And I looked at the theme, and the theme is Press for Progress, just giving light to, I guess, the inequality of pay amongst men, amongst genders, between men and women. And I was wondering, it was just like, just thinking about the things I've been through. And I was like, it would be nice if we as women began to get a little bit more comfortable to talk about how much money we're making. And that way we can know what we should expect salary wise and charging for our services. And this is why, and I'm going to give you a personal example. I am a speaker, right? And I'm a motivational, inspirational speaker. And I had when I started, I had no clue what I should be charging. And what I was charging at the beginning was like pennies and cents to what I should have been charging. And because no one told me, no one showed me, no one was sharing that. And I noticed that when you get with women sometimes, it's like we never talk numbers. We always kind of like skate around the issue. Like we'll say like, yeah, around this. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And then it's a woman who I admire, who I consider one of my mentors, and she's a beast in this woman empowerment game and an incredible speaker. And I remember I had invited her to an event of mine for my workshop for my girls in my summer program. And I remember talking about this, and I was talking about this nonchalantly. I was like, I don't know how much I'm supposed to be charging, blah, blah, blah. And I actually read a book. No, I didn't read a book. I started following this motivational speaker by the name of Brian Tracy, and I took a free course of his, it wasn't a free course, but anyway, it was a course for speakers, and he told me what I should be charging. I was like, I have not been charging that. I have missed the mark. Right? So I'm like, I didn't know I was supposed to be charging this much. So then I was sharing and recounting that story that day with the workshop with the girls. And this woman whom I consider a mentor has been such a blessing to me. She was like, Maria, really? Check your email. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she asked me again during the event, like during the class, the workshop I was teaching my girls in my summer program. I have a summer program for high school girls out here in New York City. So she was like, again, Maria, check your email. And I was like, why is she keep telling me to check my email? So later on that evening, I was out with two other colleagues, they're more like my friends, and we're all in the same game. We're all entrepreneurs, freelancers, out here making our dreams happen, doing things, going for it. And I was telling them, and I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We were trying to come up with strategies of how we could help one another, how we could kind of build off of one another and be like this Uber girl team, right? And then I was like, let me check such and such's email. She wanted me to check the email. And I saw it was an email where she sent me what she was about to go on a book tour, what she was getting paid per speaking engagement. I kid you not, it was people's annual salaries, like per speaking engagement. And I went bonkers. I was like, oh, that's why she was telling me. And when she told me that, it gave me a certain sense of confidence to what I should be charging out here. And I was like, wow, out of all the years that I've been doing this, she was the first one and only woman who had the nerve to pull me aside to say, okay, you don't know what you should be charging. Let me let you in on some personal information and let you know what I'm charging, so you can feel comfortable in charging that for your speaking engagements. And she also gave me several strategies on how to make sure that me and my team wins, pretty much. She was like, how she moves and how she does things so that if she can't make a speaking engagement, she has kind of like a tribe or a circle woman where she puts her people on. And I was just like, yo, what's going on? Like, that's woman empowerment, and I'm like, now this is what the people need. You feel me? Like, this is what we need. So one of the things I'm like, yeah, we can talk But but I'm like, are we even asking? We can talk about it, but are we even asking for the right number? Do we even know the right number to ask for? You get what I mean? So how do y'all feel about that? Like, I feel like we should start sharing with one another. Oh, I'm getting paid this much to do this. I'm getting paid that much to do this. You know, start having that conversation so we can empower one another. With her sharing that information with me, I feel super comfortable charging certain people certain things, and I feel super comfortable walking away from opportunities. I'm like, oh, y'all not gonna pay me $2.50. Like, that's not gonna work. So, how do y'all feel? Do you ladies, did you even grow up learning? And that's another thing. A lot of us don't grow up learning about this, how to negotiate. And let me tell y'all, let me put y'all in on something. I put a Facebook post the other day about negotiation. It got me like 1 like. How to negotiate. It's like, but if I put something else, it's like all these likes. I'm like, dang, like nobody's talking about this stuff. Nobody cares about negotiating. And I thought about it. Well, as women, we're not taught that. We're taught to take, especially women, when we come from a certain class, when we come from a certain background. Our parents teach us, take what you can, work hard, and someone will take notice. And if you've been in your career for 3 years or more, you know that that's hogwash and that's a lie. So how do y'all feel about this? Like, I want to know. Like, let's talk about this, ladies. Like, come on. Like, there's money out here, and I'm like, is it that I know that there's money out there, and I know that there's people who are just gonna blatantly, try to take advantage of us. But what are we doing to make sure that we're hip to the game and we know what we should be asking for? We know how to negotiate our contracts, our salaries. We know what should we be doing. I think that we should start talking to each other. Like, hey, you might want to ask for this. You might want to ask for this. And that's another thing. I surround myself with women who encourage me, who are like, no, Maria, you need to negotiate this. There's one of my personal board of directors. When I say she's a negotiating queen, and she knows who she is. If she's watching this, you know who you are. My wise counsel, she's a negotiating beast. Like, she's a beast when it comes to negotiation. She's like, I negotiated that. I negotiated that. I negotiated that. So how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all talk about how much money y'all making? Like, we need to start comparing certain things. Like, hold on, you should be asking for this much for per speaking engagement? And y'all can slide in my DMs. Y'all can ask me and I will tell you, okay? And now what happens, I'm very vocal about telling other speakers, other women who I know who are on the same trajectory as I am. I am very vocal, and I will tell them, no, girl, this is how much I charge. This is how much it is. This is how much it should be. And if they have a problem with that, then you should not be hiring us. Hello? So let me know. What are y'all thoughts? We need to start talking about this money. What are y'all thoughts? How can we start empowering one another as women to make sure we're not getting paid 99 cents when we're not getting paid $2.50? Okay? Mama need to eat. Let me know.